What's up, everybody? This is the start of a speedrun challenge, thanks to Josh over at Jem's Hobbies. Hey, why don't you why are you under the, you're not supposed to be under the truck. Oh my god, this thing just doesn't want to cooperate already. Once again, so it's a speedrun challenge. With any drag cars that you got laying around. Josh from Jem's Hobbies called me up and said, hey, you know, we got all these drag cars. Why don't we try and do a speedrun challenge with them? Oh, rubbing it off into the dirt. And I said, well, I guess we could. I don't see why not. So, here we go. Losi 22S tracks a Slash DR10. I believe the Rustler and the Bandit are also rear motor, rear wheel drive vehicles. Means the motor has to be behind the rear axle. Two-wheel drive only. Drag car. Records empty. Track start. Picking up on that car. Stop read. 2 miles an hour. Track start. Stop read. 0. Track start. Go a little bit to the right. Oh no! Oh, man, you idiot. In the event that this happens during this competition, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I just did that. If there is no crash, oops. What I would say, you're good. If you can pick the car up, shake it off. No, I still want to go that way. I'll let this guy go by. This car's coming that way too. Not gonna happen. Missed my opportunity. Gotta wait. So, I'm just gonna, since I missed my window of opportunity here, wait for this traffic to go away. Stop read 50. Records. I'm gonna clear out my records. Manage, delete, and go back. Track start. Picking up on that car. 1 mile an hour. Track start. Stop read 0. Track. Try this again, people. Start. Don't forget to start your GPSs. Why not? Let's get up here. Can we do this time, Mitchell? Turn the booster on. And the ESC cut on me. So, it was a clean run. But this is going to be the challenge. Trying to get these drag cars as fast as you can possibly get them. So, on that note, this is that was an ESC cut, testing out an ESC for K-Bash. It is a Cobra 8 ESC. was 89 miles an hour on a cut. Obviously, crashes do not count at all. If the car, if all four wheels leave the ground and it goes tumbling down the road, then it's obviously not going to be any good of a speed run. So one thing that I like to do also, when you go back to your records and you go records, it says valid pass next to it. So that proves that the GPS read correctly. The GPS is stating that it is a valid pass. So I like to see that. I want to see that. We don't need anybody faking numbers or doing anything hokey. And obviously always zero out, prove your GPS is in your car, they're picking up on that car. Sometimes I can get it through there. There you go. 8.37. So that is a 2S pack. Give me it back. I got it jammed in there. All right. Now, you also have your battery leads, 3 wires, it's 2S. GPS is in the car. And now you say, okay, can somebody fangle with these? Yes, thanks to Grim Reaper Fireworks. I like to take, you know what, we'll use the heat gun. The heat gun, since I want to check this temperature anyway, see why this kicked out. So the ESC is, and I've seen 85. My motor is 85, 87. So on that note, we all know that this works. It is picking up. I'm not dead. I'm 80 degrees. It's kind of chilly out here. I'm going to take one of these batteries out here. So now it does not work. And I'm going to prove this voltage here. Just like that, 1.55 volts. So it's a AAA battery. It's 1.5 volts. So now I know that this ohmmeter, whatever you want to call it, multimeter, whatever you want to call it, works properly. It's reading properly. It has not been fangled with. I know that my battery is the correct voltage. In this competition, we will be allowing 2 to 3S only. If you are going to run a parallel battery setup, which means 2 batteries in parallel, you will 100% be required to show your voltage and show it going into the ESC. And what I mean by that is, this is my positive going into, or my negative going into my ESC. This is my positive. I can pull them apart. I can show that they go into the ESC by themselves. And then I can once again check my voltage like so. Come on, stop, stay on there. 8.3. So there you go. Make sure you don't touch them together and create a fire. Don't want that. Drag racing's kind of tough. I'm gonna shut this off real quick. These drag cars have been known to be a little tricky sometimes. So in the event that you roll off the edge of the road and you have to go and literally push the car back onto the road, this is an interesting topic. Now, if you have to, in a situation like this, do that to a vehicle and push it back onto the road where there was no crash, I would consider it a legal run and then drive the vehicle back to your starting point. It would be 100% legal to me. To me, it's a run. To me, it's okay. I mean, if it's not a flip, if you drive the car back, you can't go down there and carry the car all the way back. Other people, we are going to have people judging these and rating these as far as authenticity. So no cuts in your videos, no fast forwarding. I mean, we don't care how long it takes for that car to go, but there will be zero editing whatsoever. Zero. So I mean, if you got a little startup video in the front of your edit or whatever it is, that'd be a different story. However, we just don't want any editing. So, like I said, I won't be the one determining whether you passed on these rules. 100%. Always, guys, keep a look on your back. Watch your six at all times. Be safe. Anyway, we're gonna have people judging. We're gonna have people looking at them, critiquing them, making sure that everybody's being authentic. There is going to be 2 classes. So this class here, 2 to 3S still. You can run whatever battery, whatever motor, ESC combo you want. No matter what, you can run as big as ESC as you want, big as motors you want. I don't care what you do to it. There's no ruling on front tires. The biggest rule of it all is you have to have a stock chassis, has to have a suspension. I mean, has to have the stock suspension, or, you know, if you have upgraded stock suspension, it doesn't matter. If that chassis plate and that gearbox is from these drag cars, meaning you could use a 2-wheel drive Rustler, you could use a 2-wheel drive Bandit, as long as the motor is behind the rear of the car, the rear axle of the car. If that motor's behind the rear axle of the car, you're good to go. Send it. Try it out. Why not? Shake and bake, buddy. So, on that note, if in the event you have a stock Bandit or stock Rustler or whatever the case may be, you can run that. You can run a stock body. If that motor's behind the rear axle and you could technically drag race that car, you could run it, and with a stock body. The only ruling on the body is it must be a drag body. You could do whatever you want to that drag body, but it must be a drag style body. It cannot be a Speedrun dedicated body at all. By no means. It cannot be anything other than a drag body or the stock vehicle body, meaning Rustler, 2-wheel drive Stampede, 2-wheel drive Slash, 2-wheel drive whatever. If you guys got a Slash at home and you just have a stock body and you want to try and see what you can do with it, go for it. Like I said, we're just going to have fun. It's just going to be for fun. Me and Josh had a conversation. He called me up and was like, hey, let's do this. So it sounds fun. Everybody's got these drag cars sitting around that everybody used to be really into, so why don't we try and do it? And here we go. So the competition officially starts like now, like right now. So get your stuff together. Go on. Yeah, you go get it. The second group of cars, you have to run no more than a 200 amp ESC. If you have a stock ESC, it cannot be more than a 200 amp ESC. If you want to run class 1, all the same body rules, chassis rules, gearing rules, motor behind the axle, all of that applies. The only difference is the electronics are limited to a 200 amp ESC. So if you can maintain that, or if you want to run an ESC and not have to go out and buy the biggest, baddest ESC in the world, and you just want to participate with the guys and come out and have fun, and you got an ESC that will work with it, then let's shoot it. Let's see what you got, and we'll have those guys in one group, and then the other guys, in the anything goes electronics class, except for 2 to 3S only. Both classes, 2, 3S only. That's it. Go get your stuff ready already. Jeez, what are you waiting for? Peace.